know why, but like I keep having like these feelings of guilt. And I talk about guilt a lot in therapy with things that happened in
Guilt for the way you treated people? I don't know. Because listen, I feel like this is a theme lately. A bad childhood is no excuse for being an asshole in the present. Sorry. Well, hello, beautiful people. It's Mama Goob. So I see that Amberlynn Reid posted last night, and there was no way on God's green earth I was reacting to it, as I was tired. Anyways, guys, I should let you know that I learned something about Chinese food yesterday, okay? Or 2 days ago. So apparently chow mein does have noodles. So we're sticklers for what we order in Chinese. I like egg foo young. My husband likes General Tso's. My dad used to always order chow mein, but it never had noodles in it. It was always just vegetables. Anyways, KYCF, know your Chinese food. Anyways, without further ado, let's. So Miss Reid is doing a thumbnail where she's crying. So I guess she's having a breakdown. Okay. She posts this crying thumbnail, but her first seconds are beaming with smiles. So listen, who knows? We'll see. Let's get on with this, right? All right. Having a breakdown, self-sabotage, no shit, and memories of when I was a child with photo. All right, so, here she is. She's going to be beaming with the smile in a second, but I don't know. Let's see what she's got for us today.
Hello, welcome to a new vlog. So I was on TikTok last night. I have like this thing that I do. It's a little schedule where right before bed, I just scroll on TikTok, and something about it just like calms me down. My melatonin's flowing through my body, and I don't know what it is. I do it for like 20 minutes. It is what it is. And I got this TikTok that popped up about like something about like when you have a Jeep, which is one of my favorite cars, by the way. I'm not really a car girly, but I do like a Jeep. I like a G-Wagon, if we're being like super detailed. So anyways, I saw this TikTok where there was like tons of ducks on the Jeep, and I was like, is this one of those things on TikTok that isn't actually real? I just opened my blinds, which I do every single morning, and there's a Jeep parked across from my apartment.
It's just symphony. Synergy. Everything is coming together.
The whole windshield. I mean, there's at least 20 ducks. And I was like, oh my God, this is a real thing. I don't drive.
Did you take a picture?
I don't have a Jeep, but I'm almost tempted to go buy some little ducks just to put on Jeeps. I don't know why people with Jeeps do this. I don't know, but I just learned it.
All right, guys, if you have any fucking idea what she's talking about, please let me know, because this sounds like, first of all, I'm not on TikTok. I have a life. Secondly, I don't know, ducks on a Jeep. I don't understand what she's talking about, so.
And now I'm physically seeing it in real life. I have had
real life.
Not a good day today.
Holy shit. I mean, are you guys seeing this? Yikes.
I got my dress stained, so I'm going to change my shirt real quick.
Oh, God, please.
So, I'm going to be right back. I just think it's so funny because the last time...
Oh, she's wearing a bra, guys. Look. I spy.
That happened. I was also wearing that dress, so like...
But everything she has is so tight, guys. It's got to be uncomfortable.
What's happening? Well, I have had such a hard day today.
Oh, yeah.
I have not been wanting to film. I've been back on my like heartbreak bullshit, like crying and just feeling super unmotivated to do anything, really. Y'all, I literally just slammed my finger in a door. Yes, I did. I was taking Twinkie potty when I was coming back in. I don't know what I did, but yeah, now my finger, it's not bruised, swollen or anything, but it's like throbbing a little bit, so that hurt.
That does hurt.
I wanted to do some P.O. Box. I still have my P.O. Box, so if you want to send me anything, here's my P.O. Box. Like, my contract for the P.O. Box is for the next couple of months. Okay, you guys, so I'm about to actually show you something.
All right, so welcome back. She got earrings from Bobby and a book about life not being measured on the scale or something that supposedly debunks something. Who knows? So welcome back.
Super, super like special to me. So I'm just going to do a real quick backstory. I am the oldest of 4. I have 3 younger brothers.
Well, actually, this is helpful because I've often wondered how many brothers she had.
And when I was first put into foster care, me and one of my brothers were put into foster care while the other one actually got put up for closed adoption. So he was adopted, and that was one of the hardest things that I've ever had to go through. And then my mom ended up getting pregnant again, and she ended up having my baby brother, and I only got to meet him one time. My mom actually had him while I was in foster care, but I was able to the hospital where she had him for a supervised visit, and I held him in my arms. Wow. And my mom actually sent me a picture. I don't even know how she still has it, but she sent me a picture of that day.
That is actually so fucking depressing that, yeah. Oh, wow.
Yeah, she did. Like, there's not a lot of things I remember from my childhood, but I remember that moment and I remember that day. And
yeah, how fucking sad is that? Her mom really fucked her life. Okay, guys, it wasn't us. It was her mother and father.
Remember how like wonderful it was, but also how hard it was. So in this photo, I am about 12 years old. And 3 years later, I actually wrote a poem. So I was 15 and I still have that poem. I remember when I was in high school, I went to the trailer where I used to live and there was still some stuff laying around. Couches and things were torn apart by the police and it was just insane. But there was a few things still left in my room. And one of those things was the poem that I wrote about my baby brother, who I only got to meet one time. And through all the years of being alive, because I'm 32, I have been able to keep that poem. So I want to show you the picture. I also want to read you the poem. The poem is not that good. Remember, I was 15, okay? But it was special and important to me, and I really want to open up a little bit more and
yeah, this is really fucking sad, guys. This is not what I expected.
Show it.
Oh, I mean, come on. Say what you want about Amberlynn. You know, she's had a rough life. She really has. This would break my heart. Just absolutely break my heart.
We're out there under the same moon. We place our feet on the same gravel. I met you once and held you tight. I think of the sadness of my last goodbye. You looked at me with baby eyes. Oblivious to your future versus mine. Our mom made the choice while I suffer the consequence. Although I saw everything.
Yeah, that sums up. Your mom made a choice and you suffered the consequences. That's pretty much it.
We could be. Our mom made the choice and set you free. A brother I will love forever, who will never love me. My first brother that was put up for adoption that I was really close to, saved his life and everything. I still don't know where he is. I think about him, dream about him, miss him, love him dearly, and I just hope that he's okay. But
well, I hope they had better lives than you and your other brother who didn't get adopted.
In that photo that I just showed you guys, he found us a few years ago, so he is actively in my life.
Great.
And I can safely say that, you know, that last line in the poem isn't true. He loves me and I love him. Aww. And I've never been so grateful, and I can only hope that my other baby brother will find me one day, hopefully. Okay, so right now I'm actually making a little store list moment and kind of thinking more of like, what is it that I want to do with myself? Like, I thoroughly just feel so lost as a person right now. I just feel so lost, and I just need to find myself, be myself, like, just wholeheartedly.
You know who could help with this? Your therapist.
I don't care about what anyone says about me. I don't care. I just need to be myself, and I have to keep like reminding myself of that.
No, be somebody else.
Because the only person I got right now is myself. That's the only person I got right now.
Yeah.
And with how lost I feel, like if I didn't even have myself, I don't even know. Like, I just don't even know. Just like amongst all that and just like feeling lost, I know that I'm gaining weight. Like I actively see it in my face when I'm editing.
So do we.
And it kind of shocks me. I'm not gonna lie, because like it's hard to notice weight loss on my body, and it's also really hard to notice weight gain on my body. And the fact that I can like physically see that.
Well, I feel like even with me, the first place I lose weight is my face, and the first place I gain weight is my legs.
I hate it. I hate it so much. Like, I just can't sit around and sit and wait and wait and wait.
No,
like, what am I waiting for?
That's right.
You know? And
what are you waiting for?
I don't know why, but like, I keep having like these feelings of guilt. And I talk about guilt a lot in therapy, with things that happened in
guilt for the way you treated people. I don't know. Because listen, I feel like this is a theme lately. A bad childhood is no excuse for being an asshole in the present. Sorry.
My past when I was younger, things that were definitely not my fault. And it's like my therapist is trying to teach me like when it's okay to feel guilt and when I'm feeling guilt for like.
Well, feelings are feelings, right? So they either are or they aren't. You know, it's just not fair to say, oh my God, I feel guilty, but that's not fair. That's not true. Just have the feeling, say, okay, acknowledge it. Yep. Yeah, I feel guilty. Let it go.
Reasons that really don't make sense.
In other words, every feeling does not really equate with what's the real happening, what's going on in the future, in the present, right? So you could have feelings because you misunderstand something or just something comes over you. They're just feelings. Okay? Let them go. Breathe. You know, try to remain in the present.
Things that I shouldn't feel guilty for. But something I'm feeling like a sense of guilt, which I feel like is sabotaging me, like I'm doing like a self-sabotage situation type deal. It's like when I was with Feline, like a lot of people, you know, thought she was a feeder and like all this nonsense.
Well, we thought she was a feeder because she watched you order takeout and stuff your face.
That is not true. The whole time she was so supportive and she wanted me to lose weight.
Then she should have taken your phone away. Okay.
And it wasn't because of physicality, because she finds me beautiful. And for that, I'm forever grateful, because she actually...
Yes, you're beautiful, Amberlynn. Can we move on now?
Made me feel that way a lot. And it was just because of health and because of stamina. And, you know, she wanted to have a whole life with me.
Whoa. Let me back it up. What did she just say that I might have flaked on for a minute? Wait a minute. Is she saying Feline left her because of her health? Wait a second.
For that, I'm forever grateful, because she actually made me feel that way a lot. And it was just because of health and because of stamina. And, you know, she wanted to have a whole life with me.
Yeah, she wanted to have a whole life. She's fucking 25, maybe 26 now. Yeah, like even at 47. I'm not 47, I'm only 27. But anyways, we all want a life to go out and live and do things and stuff and have romance and have fun and laugh and meet new people, you know?
And obviously at this size, she was only able to have like a partial part of that instead of like what she fully wanted, you know? Like,
but what did she think going in? All right. So that's where we all get a little sus, is because obviously Feline was a viewer, right? So she's watching these, and does Amberlynn Reid, like even that year with Becky, when she lived in the apartment, they didn't go anywhere. What did she fucking think was going to happen? So this is where I'm kind of like going,
I'm gonna hop on a plane and go to Bora Bora because of me. I had all this support from her and all the guidance. She always urged me to exercise and to eat healthy and do right.
Yeah. No. If she did, when you ordered takeout, she would have refused her order. Like when you ordered McDonald's for both of you, she would have said no. No, I'm not having McDonald's. You're not either. Did she do that? No.
And it's like, if I do that now, I'm gonna feel so guilty. Because it's like, why didn't I do that when I was with her? So it's like, I have this, like, guilt feeling. And I know I need to talk about it.
Yeah.
In therapy. And, like, I've talked about it to Feline, obviously. Like, it's something we talked about earlier today. And it's just like...
Yeah, why are you still having conversations with her like that? So, unless you're trying to work things out, right? Like, if I went to counseling with my spouse, whatever, you work stuff out, right? Because you're trying to work it out. But they've agreed to move on. Why is she getting into this? I don't know. This whole thing is just sus. It's sus. So, and it's like the juxtaposition of the segment before where she was talking about her brother and her heartbreak and how her mom fucked up her life. I don't know, guys. Let me finish.
She obviously doesn't want me to feel this way, like, regardless if we're together or not. Like, she wants me to succeed, but it's like, why do I feel so bad that, like, if I succeed now when we're not together, like...
Don't worry, baby girl. You won't.
It's such a weird, like, thing in my brain, like, that I just can't.
So, in other words, she doesn't want to succeed now because she couldn't succeed back then when she had a hot girlfriend and, who had a nice car and definitely wasn't like... she's from the Northeast, probably, didn't have that kind of Kentucky attitude, and she still couldn't do it. So now she's saying that if she does it now, then, like, it's some kind of a slight against Feline. Okay, this is fucked. Okay, guys?
I just can't understand, and it just makes me feel guilty. Like, I don't know, I hate it so much. Anyways, I don't want to sit here and just, like, blubber and
No, she didn't just say that, did she? Tell me she didn't say that.
cry and whatever. So I'm trying to sit here and, like, take away those feelings of, like, yes, Amberlynn, you didn't do it while you were with her, but do it while you're not with her. You don't have to be with her to do it. And you don't have to feel guilty.
So does Becky get an apology then for not being so supportive? Wait, I'm confused.
For succeeding while not being with her. And I have to figure out, like, how I can say that and actually mean it. A lot of people, like, have said in the past that it seems like I self-sabotage myself. Yeah. And it's like, for the first time ever in my life, I feel that way. That I'm, like, subconsciously self-sabotaging myself. And I'm, like, just tripping about it. And I don't know.
Tripping? Okay.
It's, like, the craziest feeling that I just cannot wrap my head around fully. I'm trying to ignore it and I'm trying to push it away. But sometimes when feelings are so strong.
Well, I'm confused. All right, yes, I'm agreeing with, feel the feeling and then let it go. But is she trying to push away the thought that she self-sabotages? Because she needs to embrace that shit.
It's, like, sometimes virtually impossible to do. So I'm sitting here and I'm trying to make, like, a store list and trying to decide, like, what just makes the most sense to me. And it's like, I just want to, like, do common sense. I just want to eat healthier, just take...
Oh, guys, we're back to this intuitive eating. Girly. We love you. We love you. But if intuitive eating would have worked, you'd not be this weight. Because most people stop at, like, the 300s if they can, right? They seek help. They get weight. In my case, listen, I can only speak for myself. I got weight loss surgery when I hit 318 and I could barely walk. I couldn't imagine being, like, even being over 300 was a very big stigma in my family, okay? That was, like, bigger than big, okay? Because my mom, we always said, you don't want to be over 300 pounds. Well, I was 318 and I was, like, done. So most people who get to that weight, obviously cannot use common sense with their weight, except, one or two, Kicking Geese, my hero, Justine, Really, I'm not saying that facetiously. She was able to decide, make a decision, eat healthy. But that's the minority, right? The majority are like her and like me and like many of you out there. And I applaud everybody who could do it on their own. She's not going to be able to do it, guys. If she would have been able to do it, she would have done it 10 years ago.
Take out the junk, take out the fast food, unless it's something super healthy. But even then, it's just like, it's hard for me to choose healthier fast food options and takeout options. I don't know why. Like, losing weight can be easy. Like, realistically, it can be. But I just make it so much more difficult than it needs to be. Like, for real. So with pen to paper, I have made a store list. So we'll definitely do a grocery haul and...
Well, see, that's where I like the apps, and especially for her because she doesn't drive. She's better off ordering. And actually, like, I find myself having a hard time ordering junk food, except for like when obviously I'm having a party or whatever, because I feel funny. I feel like, oh my God, this guy's going to think I'm such a fat ass, right? So I personally like ordering. I normally do that, just reasons. But why is she writing it? She should just be adding it to her card. I don't know.
I just... we're involved.
Like, she's going to walk through the store with her little list. No, she's not. No, she's not. She's going to see all the junk and put it in her cart. Thing is when you order online, you put things in your cart and you're less tempted to get the junk.
And honestly, kind of off topic, I just want to say thank you guys for being like my video diary audience. I appreciate it.
You're killing my views, but we're here for it.
And I've also heard around the grapevine, if you will, people are like, this is supposed to be, Amberlynn's single era. Like, she's supposed to be just like popping off and like having a glow up. And no, I'm not in my single era. I'm in my heartbreak era.
Yeah, she's not in her single era because she's technically not single.
I am in my I am broken era. I am in my I'm lost era. I'm in my I am freaking sad. I am grieving. I am mourning era. I'm not in hi, glow up, single Lynn era. That's not where I'm at right now. And it's like, if you can't appreciate me being vulnerable, just kind of accepting that this is where my life is at right now, it's like, bye. Obviously, like, there's no connection between me and you, so why are you watching?
Well, I'm watching to correct the record, okay? So she's handling this. You know what? I can't even say, I don't really have experience in this heartbreak era. Like you've seen Papa Goob, we've been married for like 26 years in November. We were together 5 years before that. We broke up once when I was 18, well before we got married, for like 2 weeks, okay. So I don't have experience. So maybe this is normal. I don't know.
I feel like all the people that I watch, there's like some sort of connection, and anyone that I like hate, I can't watch. Like, that's like so hard for me. And I know that
I agree with that. That's why I can't watch Foodie Beauty directly, or really indirectly. I can only see clips of hers.
If there was anyone that I was watching was going through what I was going through, like, my heart would go out to them and I would understand where they're coming from and like where their life is and all of that. And I just feel like people are expecting a lot out of me right now when
okay, let me clarify this. Yes, I'm expecting, you know what I'm expecting from you? I'm expecting a concerted effort for you to drop some weight so you can more comfortably move to wherever it is you're going to move to, which I hope it's Oklahoma, even though somebody mentioned before she hates tornadoes and she's going to move to Oklahoma. I don't know. And then, somebody else mentioned, why doesn't she fly her mom down for a trip? I know her mom works, but maybe she can get a couple days off. I mean, she hasn't seen her mom since 2020. She has to have some vacation by now, stored up or something, And also, we all watch My 600-Pound Life. What makes her think she can't get on a plane? I don't get it. Like she could buy 2 first-class seats. Well, no, those armrests don't go up. You know, she probably would just fit straight up in first class. You know, I don't know. There's so much that I want to fix here, but I can't because I'm not her mom and Papa Goob is not her dad. But I feel like me being the mom figure of Girl World, kind of, I can sort of bring out the message of what sort of a healthy family would do. Now, nobody's perfect. I definitely don't have a perfect family, but I don't know. I feel like I'm here to help everybody else but her. Does that make sense? I don't know.
It's hard for me sometimes just to get out of bed. I'm finding things to do with my life to distract myself, but there's only so much distraction that I can do. There's only so much, you know,
She put herself into that, yeah.
Talking I can do to other people or journaling I can do. There's only so much of those things.
Yeah, you need to get outside of your head somehow. I don't know. She's built her own prison. I have no idea how she's going to do this, but she needs to.
Until it's just like it all ran out and I'm back to feeling that just like horrible wave of just sad. So yeah, this is like a video diary for me. This isn't my single era. This is my heartbreak era for sure. And I just wish people were a little...
So, okay, she's got lots of money per se. Let's say that she does make $10,000 to $15,000 an episode or a month. I'm sorry, a month. If her rent is $2,000 and she has 4 months, so that's $8,000 potentially to break her lease. Break the fucking lease, lady. It's an expense. You're prolonging this while you live in that apartment with, supposedly live with Fleen. All right? Get out. Any of you listening, if you have these resources, which I know most of you don't, most normal people don't have these types of resources like that. I know. I right now would have a hard time coming up with $8,000 to just break a lease. Okay? So, but in this case, she really should push herself because this is just keeping her in her dungeon.
A little more kind.
Oh, God.
I really do.
Well, guys, this was a downer and a half for me because I can't help it. I want to, like, nurture everybody. I'm a mom. And I'm like a mom who's, like, super into it, right? This is heartbreaking. But if there's anybody else that could be helped by my words, then my job here is done. But still, I do want to see what people are saying about her. She's so original, unique, and quirky to have a TikTok scrolling routine before bed. Such a trendsetter, Amberlynn. Yeah, I mean, I don't scroll TikTok, but I definitely scroll YouTube. And I watch some movies and I like to put, or videos, and I like to put long form videos on that I slightly care about so I could fall asleep. You can't fail at something you've never started. You feel guilty for a success you haven't even achieved? Well, it's because she could achieve it. Like, reality girl. Reality. You're not going to do it on your own. You can't. Her wanting to buy ducks for other people's Jeeps without actually owning one and no driver's license is so on brand. Somehow she still found a way to lecture us. Yeah. We're fixing her grammar again. Who's going to tell her she doesn't need to add myself when she's self-sabotaging? It's redundant. I never thought about that. It's crazy how she can spin a breakup as a way not to change her habits. A story we have heard a million times. Yeah. Well, you know what? She didn't really move into the self-sabotage era after Becky because she had Miss Jade, wifey, Alex, Feline, whatever the hell her name is, in the wings. The more and more I see her, I don't think she's got anybody waiting in the wings. Not anybody real. She probably has trolls in her DMs at this point. And only trolls. Her blocking clicker is probably full at this point. It's so interesting that you felt this same way about your last relationship. You feel guilty if you succeed without someone, yet you have not succeeded so far. We have already had this conversation. We have, yep. Reminder that Jade's sitting in the next room in complete silence while all this is happening. I don't know, is she? You think she is, guys? I don't think so. I think she's at her other relationship's house. You know, that guy who wrote out all those questions July 4th morning? Amber, take a shower. You'll feel better. Yeah, wash your face, wash your hair, brush your hair. Be clean, put on nice, comfortable clothes, not skin-tight clothes, and just be. You should never feel guilty for saving your own life without someone involved. Actually, you shouldn't be looking for relationships at all until you're in a better place. For 32, your priorities are messed up. You don't owe anyone else your life. You owe it to yourself. Guys, I feel like I need to do a second Dear Amberlynn. I don't know. I'm going to think about it. Amber using the word tripping to describe emotional turmoil is on brand. She's very brandy today, huh? All right, guys, I'm going to leave it here because this is, this sums it up. Deanne 1227. It really seems like you enjoy reveling in your sadness. You have to remember that everyone on this planet has experienced trauma, and you choose to live in it or live from it. You cannot make your trauma your personality, or you will never be able to succeed. Every day you wake up and make a choice. It's literally one day at a time. You are in your mid-30s. It's time to take therapy seriously and take control of your life. Well, I'm depressed on a Friday. This was a downer because she is coming up with how she feels. And, I believe she's being genuine. I definitely believe that her mom and what her mom did fucked her life. Yeah, it did. But she needs to move on, right? I mean, I feel like I've had this conversation with other real people this week. You've had a traumatic childhood. Let it end, okay? Not everybody's out to get you now, okay? So I don't think this will have a bit of a fucking change for her. But anybody else who's watching, get help. Let me know. I'm trying to get better at Instagram. Oh my God, it's so funny. Speaking of people slipping into your DMs. So this stranger slipped into my DMs and I wanted to find out who this guy was, right? I've been watching a lot of scam fish about romance scams. So I replied to the guy, hey, hello, what's up? And then we started talking for a bit. But then I found out he was lives in North Carolina, but he was on an oil rig in China. So he wanted my phone number to text me. And then I started noticing that he was screwing up basic English. So I'm like, oh yeah, I'm not giving this dude money. Block. Anyways, so that's my experience with Insta DMs. And I'm sure Amberlynn Reid is going through the same thing. Anyways, guys, I'm sorry to bring you down on a Friday. Hopefully we can do something fun this weekend and smile and laugh because life is too fucking short. Anyways, thank you for getting to this point in the video. I appreciate every single one of you who puts up with my potty mouth. But really, guys, I'm trying to be realistic. I'm trying to be that realistic mom that, everybody needs. I know I can't be a mom to everybody. All right, guys, enjoy your day. Bye.